Hi, good morning. Welcome to Tuesdays with Boring, the first Tuesdays with Boring from my new office. Today I wanted to talk with you about a really sad issue that just came up, and this is the issue of stepchildren. So I had a client come in last week, potential client, who's basically had been raised by a person he called his dad since he was 2 years old. His mother had already died about 10 years ago, and the dad just recently passed away. And it turned out the dad had never completed a will. And even though he had raised, this was his only child, even though he had raised him since a kid with no will, under Ohio statute of descent and distribution, my potential client, there's no way he can inherit if the person who passed away has any living relatives. That could be a cousin, that could be a second cousin, that could be anybody who's a living relative will literally take, under Ohio law, is going to inherit that person's estate instead of this guy who, took care of him up until his older age, lived with him. And to make matters worse, his mother had a will and she left everything to the stepfather with the understanding that he would leave everything to her child. So it's a really sad situation, but it brings to mind a really important point. In 2021, there's a lot of, quote unquote modern families that the legislature here in Ohio really hasn't caught up with yet. And I think it's absurd that's the case, but it really is. So, if you've got a step parent or you've got stepchildren, getting proper estate planning in place is extremely important. So thank you and